What about the role for women and children in today's world for green growth? Women in the world right now, including Singapore and Southeast Asia, as well as Asia, they have an important role to play, I believe, both either rural or urban. What sort of recommendations would you give?
Actually, I think women are playing a very important role in defining the consumption pattern. So conspicuous consumption, in particular in Asia Pacific, the consumption of luxury goods and large cars. That depends on, to a certain degree, that the woman can play an important role for that. If, for example, if young ladies prefer a man who are driving a smaller eco car, then it will have a very serious impact on the choice of the cars in Asia Pacific. Now the young man or the rich man wants to drive a big car as a status symbol, but I think women can change it. So women can play a very important role in consumption pattern, while the man can play a very important role in changing production pattern. Because for the engineering and all the things, many engineers are, so men can play a more important role for that, but I believe ladies can play a very important role, resource and energy efficient consumption pattern.
How about the women who are involved in the rural areas, such as farming? Is there an impact to this?
Actually, for those women in the rural areas, because their per capita consumption of energy or resources are much lower than the urban area, so I don't think it is fair to ask those people living in the rural areas to share this kind of a burden. Actually, they should be a beneficiary rather than asked to share a burden on this issue. So it is rather more on the urban lifestyle. Urban lifestyle is far more energy and resource intensive. So I don't think that should be more burden on the people or ladies or women in the rural areas.
So do you predict that in the next 5 years the world will be in a better place with more of these issues being addressed and educated?
You mean the next 5 years will be a good opportunity?
Would the world be in a better place in the next 5 years?
That depends on the choice of the people and the choice of the politicians. But the problem is, now in a democratic society, leaders are chosen or voted by the people, and the people don't like to be controlled. And they don't want to share the environmental burden. For example, regulations on their use of car and their size of apartment and resource consumption. People do not react. They don't provide the political support for it. Then what can we do? In a democratic system, it depends on the people. But the people if they are only looking for convenience and luxury and energy and resource consumption, then I don't think there's no hope. But if they're educated and they're reoriented and they provide the political support for this kind of economic system change, then there is a hope.
Thank you.